if Obama had taken a plane
If Obama
from
had taken a
Middle
tan
Eastern...
suit, you would save more money by buying 2 new planes than trying to retrofit this old plane.
He's salty. He knows he's wrong. He knows he's breaking the law. It's the law, right?
As the Trump administration has now officially accepted the Qatari jet, we have a CNN panel to jump into discussing this act, the legality, morality of it all. So take a moment to start, leave us a like, gives us a huge boost in the algorithm. It helps us, we really appreciate it. And let's hop right into the panel.
He's salty. He knows he's wrong. He knows he's breaking the law. It's the law, right? The Monuments Law.
Well, it was.
Was until now.
It just doesn't look good.
That you shouldn't take gifts from foreign countries.
Is there a law against the Air
Monuments.
Force taking this plane?
Okay.
Well, we'll find out whether or not the Air Force is taking the plane,
right.
paying for the plane, being gifted the plane. I also think it's very questionable whether he will actually be on this plane.
It's going to take a long
It
time.
says it says it's going to take a long time, like 2027 or 2029 maybe, and $1 billion to retrofit the plane to be an Air Force One in the sky, and Boeing's already working on 2 of them. And the New York Times quoted an expert who tried to sell the plane but failed at selling it, saying, you'd be better off just buying a new one.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I mean,
You would save more money by buying 2 new planes than trying to retrofit this old plane.
It is funny because as we find out more about this, not only is it horrendously corrupt, but just hilariously stupid and seemingly done just to spite the left. But I'd love as a thought experiment for everyone to close their eyes. Imagine it's 2024. You wake up to the headline, Biden accepts jet from China. What do you think the MAGA response on social media is? What do you think the Fox News headline is? What would Trump's post on Truth Social be? And how would Republican congressmen and women react? Would they open investigations? That kind of thing. Now, compare that to how each of these groups are responding to Trump accepting this jet, and that alone should give the game away as to who is operating in good faith and who is just jumping on board for anything MAGA.
It's such a waste of money, though. If it's going to cost $1 billion to make an old
Is
plane.
it a waste of money to pay Boeing something they can't deliver?
It's actually cheaper to buy 2 new planes than to retrofit this plane.
But we don't have them. That's the
They're
problem.
working on them. Apparently,
you
they're
don't
going to be
have
done
this plane
in...
either.
We should give them work
I think
This
requirements.
plane is like 4 or 5 years.
And it also evokes for me the endless parlor game, which is if Obama had taken a plane
If Obama
from
had
a
taken a
Middle
tan
Eastern
suit.
from a Middle Eastern government,
What would you think?
exactly what would we be saying?
What would you say, Scott?
I mean, it probably would have been a big scandal.
There was a
Just like
scandal.
the
Oh,
Just like the
You don't know? Come on.
The man halfway bit, and they were like, he bowed. Execution.
I mean, yeah. Well, I think if Biden took a plane, it would be a huge scandal, too.
That's kind of hilarious. I didn't know they would do it too when I wrote the first part, but Obama is probably a better example even to use. The amount of racist conspiracies there would have been is insane. I mean, anyone who can't admit that is so disingenuous, and it's crazy to see how Scott is too cowardly to say it himself. But for MAGA, Democrats will always have to jump through endless hoops and constantly defend against conspiracies to justify themselves, while Republicans just have to say it's not true, even when all evidence points to it being true, and they'll just take their word for it. Boeing will have planes available for the president by the time this old Qatari plane is ready, for far cheaper than what it would cost. As she mentioned, you could actually get 2 planes for the projected cost of fixing this one. But remember, guys, party of fiscal responsibility and cutting waste.
He does not think it is opulent enough for the presidency, which is quite the opposite of what most American presidents want to give off about the
Most
office,
of them aren't
right?
billionaires. I mean, there's a bit of a difference from his personal life to being president.
He also is trying to make the Oval Office very gilded. Every time you look in there, there's like more gold. Did you notice that? More
Should we not have the most awesome plane in the world? We are the United States of friggin'
definitely
America.
should.
We should have the most awesome plane.
Also, they have
Boeing should send us it.
I
it.
actually think requirement for Air
to be
Force
able
One.
to afford living is the most important priority, not the president having the most
I didn't say it was the most
opulent
important,
The
but
most
we should have the
important
most.
part
We
of
should
Air
have the
Force
best
One
plane.
be how secure it is.
This is considered serious discourse in conservative circles. Oh, the president should have a fancy, shiny new plane because America best country. Like, meanwhile, people are dying from starvation and lack of health care. Our homelessness levels continue continue to grow. Poverty and income inequality are the worst they've ever been. Wages have largely been stagnant since the 70s. Prices of homes and education are growing 20 times what they were in the 70s. Meanwhile, but yeah, guys, shiny plane. And that's what's the funniest about all of this is we don't even need a new plane. It's literally just Trump not wanting a raggedy old one for optic reasons. Party of cutting waste again, by the way, where it should be mentioned, of course, your tax dollars are what are going to fund these planes, whether it's fixing them or buying them. And this is what Trump finds useful doing with your hard-earned money. As they tell us, of course, we don't have enough to fund ending homelessness or free college or universal health care or any of these things that would be far cheaper than what he's about to spend to renovate this Qatari plane.